You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Air Capital Hoopfest on League Ready. Day 2, and it's Veritas Academy against Dream City Christian, a matchup loaded with some of the top prospects in America. And now with one of the top guys in America, Trey Dents.
You're so sweet.
Oh, I know. I'm staying brief. Welcome in. Hope you're staying warm, staying dry amidst all the winter craziness. Time to cozy up with some hoops. And Trey, yesterday, disappointing effort for Veritas, 25-point loss to Sunrise Christian. They'll lean on Bowen Zhang to get it going again.
Yeah, Zhang is an extremely talented forward. 6'8", can put the ball on the deck, can really shoot it. Only had 15 points on 5 of 15 shooting, so look for him to have a bounce-back night here tonight.
He'll look for a bounce back and comes in as one of the top shooters still in the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Well, the top shooting team in the EYBL Scholastic is Dream City Christian, led by Ikenna Alozie, who shoots at 50% from behind the arc. They can stroke it.
Yeah, he's playing really well as of his last 2 games. 16 points per game in his last 2. Can really get into the painted areas. Scored 35 points in the paint over his last 3 games. Coming off a game against Iowa where he had 18.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Really skilled guard. Really shifty with the basketball. Can shoot the pull-up 3.
If you're a fan of the Houston Cougars, you might be a little disappointed because your team took a loss today to Texas Tech, but you get to watch one of the stars of tomorrow for your Cougars. Alozie has already committed to play for Kelvin Sampson and Houston. Taking a look at Veritas here, Trey, yesterday, 71-46, the loss to Sunrise Christian. They shot just 5 of 19 from 3. They were out-rebounded by 10. If you're Coach George Zidane, what's a fix that you can make less than 24 hours later?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, but I think it's the first 4 minutes of the game. You have to set the tone here early. You're playing against a good Dream City Christian team that can really score the basketball themselves. So I think it really starts on the defensive end, is, getting a ton of pressure defensively on the ball, being locked in on all cylinders.
The starting lineups for Coach Zidane's team, and in addition to Bowen Zhang, we've seen some great stuff this year from Rayon Soli, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists yesterday in the loss, as Veritas, which comes in 4-3, will look for the bounce back against this loaded offensive powerhouse led by 6th-year head coach Kyle Weaver. And Malachi Jordan is also one of the top prospects in the junior class. We're underway with Veritas in white and scoring first. Early bucket for Soli to get the scoring started.
And he was the one yesterday that in the second half brought a ton of energy, got them within 10 points, but just nobody else was really able to kind of follow his energy.
Cleaves Jr. follows with a shot. That's Mateen Cleaves Jr., son of Mateen Cleaves, 2000 national champion with Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans.
That's a good take there. That's the one area he struggled in the Scholastic League. 4 of 14 in the painted area, according to Synergy.
Zhang getting hounded. Josh Powell for 3, in and out. He had a tough day yesterday. And rebound to Dream City. Here's Alozie. He'll take it himself. 94 feet for the bucket.
And it was the change of pace from Alozie as he was dribbling the ball at full court. At the half-court point, kind of slowed down for a little bit. The defender relaxed in that burst of speed to get downhill in transition.
Here's Soli now getting double-teamed. Richardson makes his move from the elbow. Little short. Rebound goes to Keandre Morris. Dream City Christian comes in even 4-4 in the EYBL Scholastic. Morris got his man up. Then the mid-ranger drills it.
Great shot fake there. Really sold it in a way where the defender would really bite on it, jump for it, and that created the lane for him to get downhill and knock down that mid-range.
Here's Zhang, step back. His first shot doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds.
Don't love that look from Bowen Zhang. I always feel like as a scorer, miss or make your first shot of the game, you want it to be a good look. And then if you knock down a couple, then you could take the pull-up threes, especially for Zhang, who's really struggled from the three-point line over his last two. A couple games ago against St. James was 0 of 7 from 3, 5 of 15 from the field yesterday.
Zhang 37% three-point shooter on the season as Cleves gets fouled. And he'll go to the stripe. I know you spent a good part of your day watching the nitty-gritty tape on Mateen Cleves Jr. What stands out right away?
Well, you see the upper body strength for only a sophomore. He really understands how to use his body. I think he still needs to improve on his athleticism, his explosion. I think that's going to only take his game to the next level in terms of creating space. But he has all the tools in terms of skill set-wise with the ball in his hands.
And now into Lozier's hands. Drills the three. But check that, it's Keandre Morris as George Zidane calls timeout. It's the second consecutive game where Veritas is in an early hole, now 9-2.
It's a good drive and kick action in the simple play from Mateen Cleves Jr. Getting downhill with the left hand. I always feel like if you help one pass away, that's the easiest shot in basketball. It's almost like a coach throwing it to you from the top of the key.
Kyle Weaver with a lot to be happy about so far. His team, it's really an offensive powerhouse.
It is.
They're not super firm defensively, giving up 70 points a game, but they can shoot, and we see that early from Keandre Morris.
Yeah, that's the one area they've struggled is on the defensive end. They give up, as you said, 70 points per game, but they can really score the basketball, scoring about 68 points per game, shoot 38% from three. I mean, at the high school level, that is elite.
Capital E elite. Zhang, the mid-ranger. He's missed both of his early shots. Cleves leading the break now for Dream City. Alozier, rather Morris at the baseline. And Keandre Morris putting on a show so far.
That was good balance. You get a catch and rip towards the baseline. He just went straight up and down. A lot of times you see offensive players, especially younger ones, fade away and not be balanced on the pull-up jump shots going to their left.
Morris out of Seattle, Washington. Smooth stroke.
Yeah, that's just picture perfect right there. Just shooting right over the top.
And now alley-oop goes awry as Soley bobbled it. Here's Powell. Soley for redemption. Not there. Rebound to Morris. Dream City leads the break. This team plays quick. And Morris throws it to Precious Sam. Baseball pass is swatted out of bounds by Cleves. It's a Veritas ball. Sixth-year head coach Kyle Weaver. He started this Dream City program back in 2019. He's led it ever since. Based in Glendale, Arizona. Powell. Not having a great shooting tournament.
Yeah, you look at his upper body strength. I think he's a guy that can get to the painted area more often. And even if he gets cut off, he can kind of bump his way in there. Like to take the mid-range jump shot there. I just feel like that's a low percentage look.
And the turnaround just misses. Offensive rebound. And then a foul. Malachi Jordan, one of the top juniors in the country. Offers have already come his way from Kansas, from Tennessee, from Ohio State, from a bunch of others. Why are so many schools after number 5 in Navy?
Well, he shows up in big-time games. I mean, you talk about a couple games ago against Montverde, had 30 points. He's just a very good athlete, can score at all 3 levels, can really get into the painted area. A good jump shooter as well, shooting 48% from 3, 70% at the rim. So I mean, just a guy that can really do it all on the offensive end.
And now a 13-0 run. So yesterday we saw Veritas give up a 21-1 run to Sunrise Christian in the first quarter. And today, 13-0. These starts have been disastrous. Precious Sam at the baseline. Turnaround, off the glass, no.
And that one, Sam, I think, was supposed to set a down screen from Zhang, completely forgot, and that kind of disoriented the offense there.
Now Jordan rumbles in, chucks it, Zhang out of bounds. It'll stay here. So Veritas, they haven't scored in 4.5 minutes. 1 of 7 from the floor. Dream City, meanwhile, having a dream start. They haven't missed a shot.
I know. 2-2 from the free throw line as well.
And Chris Brown keeps the party going. And 1. Dream City is owning this Saturday night tilt.
Let me see if you can run it. Number 14 in blue off the baseline inbounds, catching it, keeping that ball high, and getting the and one. Did you get that reference? Let me see if you can run it. Chris Brown.
Oh, you did lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Well done. Well done. To be fair, I needed you to point at me and say, did you get that reference, in order for me to get the reference? So I didn't fully get it. But on second look, yeah. Nice work. Richardson misses the teardrop. Nothing going for Veritas. Haven't scored in 5 minutes. Now a 3 for Morris. In and out. That's the first miss for Dream City. And out of bounds to Veritas. Oh, George Zidane cannot be happy with these starts. They were down so big early yesterday, and now same script today.
I feel like a lot of it is just offensively. It's just taking them so long to kind of get into their rhythm offensively in terms of getting into sets. I mean, again, this is probably the first well-executed set, and it's kind of what I mentioned yesterday. It took them about 6 to 8 minutes to really kind of find their rhythm in the half court. And you know, a lot of it, I think, too, you know, your best players between Zhang and Powell take a lot of tough, contested pull-up 2s and 3s. They can put a lot of pressure if those don't go in. And then what else happens is those lead to long rebounds where your opponent can get out in transition.
Yeah, you tell me. You're the expert. But it feels like level of difficulty on the average Veritas shot has been like a 9 out of 10. For Dream City, maybe a 2 out of 10.
Well, you look at, you know, like the analytics of the game. What do teams want? They want open catch and shoot 3s and layups.
Yep.
And a lot of times with Veritas, it's a lot of, you know, lower contested shots. Not that they can't make them. I mean, Powell and Zhang are very talented players, but they don't get a ton of catch and shoot 3s and layups.
Watch out. Jordan bumbles the alley-oop. We've had 2 pretty audacious alley-oop attempts. Neither has worked. I'm down for one of them to work. But here's Jordan in transition where he's so dangerous. Euro step for 2.
I mean, the athleticism on that, and just so much balance and control. At 6'7", can push the break and just made that look easy.
5-star recruit ranked 3rd at his position. And a foul goes against Dream City. Well, if you got Malachi Jordan in transition, get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, there's nothing you could do there. I mean, there's a 90% chance that that's going to end up in a bucket. And it's a sweet Euro step. Talk about Malachi Jordan, attended USA basketball national team mini camps the last 2 seasons. So just has the pedigree. And is going to have a great college career as well.
Solely stepped out of bounds. Turnover to Dream City. And back to Jordan. He's on the bench right now. Out of Nashville, now with Dream City. So going away from home to Arizona. Yeah. So many of these kids do. And Grant gets tied up. Turn it right back to Veritas.
And to that point, Sam, like, I love, like, everybody said, what's wrong with American basketball? And, you know, I love the fact that if you're mature enough and you're ready enough to go away from home and play at one of these institutions, I think that's how we make American basketball better. And that's why I love this league. And the fact that they've expanded it down to 20 teams, I'd love to see this, you know, have, like, multiple divisions, because I think it's great for the kids.
A triple in the corner. And Dream City continues this phenomenal start. 20-4. Picture perfect.
Yeah, nice drive and kick action. You never want to help same side corner. Again, I mean, I think for Veritas, it's the second or third time where a drive has happened where I don't feel like the help has been 100% necessary, or at least not the extent of the help, because this is an easy read because it's right in front of you where you can drive it in a quick pitch, and you know those are the shots you work on, you know, in the gym by yourself.
Back to that level of difficulty. Dream City just finding those perfect shots. And the results show, Trey. 7 of 8 from the floor. And a 17-2 run.
Wow.
Over the last 5 minutes.
Incredible. I mean, there's going to be a lot of soul searching if Veritas can't turn this thing around after this tournament. I mean, this is a type, you know, of showing where, you know, those practices can be brutal. So I hope Veritas, for the sake of their, you know, just in terms of as we get a nice finish there. But, you know, I as a player, I didn't like having those rough practices after big time losses.
That was Zhang, by the way, with his first bucket of the game. Usually he'll get that right away. Another beautiful pop to the basket. 22 points in this first quarter for Dream City. Minute to go in the first. And Veritas coming back from way behind for the second time. And Zhang took a foul. Such a great scorer like Bowen Zhang. 20 points a game. He's top 5 in the EYBL. How do you get yourself going when you're having a rut like this?
I mean, you can get to the foul line, and I love what Veritas is doing offensively, trying to get him off the ball and be able to, you know, set some screens for him where he can get free, whether it's for curls, whether it's cuts to the basket. See that where he, you know, had kind of a flex cut and was able to draw the foul. I think that's the best way to get your top scorer going.
And Zhang gets himself going at the stripe. Yesterday was an up and down game for him, but he ended up with 15 points, 9 rebounds, really got himself active late as Veritas made a late push, nearly storming back against Sunrise Christian, but a 71-46 loss. And Zhang in the early going here. 2 points. 3 for Alozier. And Dream City 3 of 4 from downtown.
I mean, this team can just flat out shoot it. And we were talking before the game. You got 4 guys on the team that are shooting 40% or plus from 3. And you just get a ball screen action from the top. And the Alozier locked and loaded, coming off that right hand, getting the feet set and knocking it in.
Grant at the line, native of Roselle, New Jersey. Started at Roselle Catholic High School, twice a New Jersey state champ. 4-star recruit, senior, who hits them both.
And they need him to step up, and not necessarily do his scoring, but taking care of the basketball. He's had 6 turnovers over his last 2 games. You know, that's one of the things that Veritas has struggled with in this tournament thus far in the first 5 quarters is just taking care of the basketball, getting to quality offensive sets.
Alozier kicks this beautiful ball movement, and now Jordan downhill leaves it short. Alozier follow and then gets fouled.
That's the beautiful thing is you get multiple ball reversals, get paint touches, is that now the defense is in constant rotation. And so if you crash the glass, a lot of times you'll find yourself alone. It was a good crash from Alozier, who's only 6'2", but getting to the offensive rebound, being able to draw that foul.
Ikenna Alozier, born in Lagos, Nigeria, moved to New York City at a young age. enrolled at the Patrick School, a powerhouse in New Jersey, as a freshman. Out to Dream City, and then next stop, Houston, Texas, to play for Kelvin Sampson's Cougars.
He's going to fit right in. He's a high-energy guard. Can really get into the paint, can really defend. I'm telling you, if you can't defend at Houston, there's not going to be very many minutes for you.
No, they don't let you in the door, right? Here's Bagley. Half-court heave. No good, but that's one of only 3 shots all quarter that Dream City missed. A dream start for the Eagles as they're up 16 points after a quarter.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
Let's go!
A mini Chipotle experience at home.
It feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around.
Absolute game changer.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real. Back at the Air Capital Hoopfest, we'll dive in now with our Chipotle player spotlight. It's dinner time, so let's see what Ikenna is having. It's white rice, chicken, pinto beans, queso, corn, lettuce. Feels pretty good. He can eat that at a local Houston area Chipotle next fall with the Cougars.
I love the pinto beans. It's kind of like an old school. I feel like a lot of people go black beans nowadays. I like the pinto beans.
When you say you like the pinto beans, do you go with those, or do you just respect them from afar?
I respect. I don't do beans really in general.
Jordan,
nice play out of the end of the first.
No beans?
No beans, yeah. My stomach just can't really tolerate it. I'm more a vegetables guy. I get a lot of veggies on my Chipotle orders.
Right to the can, the hoop and harm for Jalen Grant. Gets in, bursting through like a pinto bean.
Like a pinto bean. Love that.
You said they needed more from him. More efficiency, and they're getting it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the numbers. I mean, 28%, you know, on the season in the EYBL Scholastic League. Is a guy that's, you know, got a ton of Power 5 offers and just kind of struggled, which, you know, you'll see from time to time, especially undersized guards, because it's harder for them to score around the paint. I mean, these are college-level athletes as Dream City gets a turnover there. But see if that one will get them going. A quick burst to the basket on that previous possession.
Ikenna Lozier might be the first pinto bean player I've seen.
That's what I'm saying.
In 2 years of doing these games. I can't get that off my mind. Here's Powell. Well, folks, check back 8 o'clock Central. We'll have Montverde and Sunrise Christian, as that's no good for Lewis. Offensive rebound and a foul. We'll keep it here. Hard foul. Josh Powell took the brunt.
And I love that from Powell. You know, you're struggling shooting the basketball. I haven't really seen the ball go in this tournament. Insert yourself into the fight of this game by making those extra effort plays, even as a guard. You know, you usually like to have your guards back in transition, especially against a team like Dream City Christian that could really push it. But I love that as he missed the first, but those type of energy plays can get you going.
When he was asked about what kind of player is he, what should fans expect from him, he said, and I quote, "The dog developed an edge in me." That's exactly what you should see. And I think plays like that, you see that dog.
Yeah, and I think, you know, kind of looking at his collegiate perspectives, he could be one of those guys at the next level that doesn't necessarily fill up the stat sheet, but can just be an energy guy on a really good Division I basketball team.
Off the Bagley miss, here comes Veritas, down 14. Kick, 3 ball, off the mark for Soli. And Alozier inhales it. Ikenna goes downhill, right to the bucket, and a foul.
It's so subtle, but he's very good at changing pace and transition. It's, you know, kind of the attack here. Look, he's kind of going about 70, 60% speed, and then it's that burst as he crosses it from his left to the right. Something that you see from a lot of veteran players. Great to see that he has that in his bag at an early age.
When you say that, it's the ability to go from 100 to 70,
yes,
and then back to 100.
You see so many players at this level like just play at one speed, where they're just go, 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 trying to utilize their athleticism. I mean, we've never had better athletes in American basketball, but you look at the best players in the world, from America or not, they have the ability to change speeds.
Well, here's a change of speed. Grant leaves it short, and then Precious Sam bobbles it out of bounds.
And that's one of the challenges of being an undersized guard, is finishing around the painted area, especially when you're playing against really good athletes. I thought he could have taken an extra dribble on that and just had an easy off the backboard left-hand layup.
Now Alozier feeling it right now. Pick and roll to Brown, and rebound to Powell. Here's Lewis for Veritas. Passed up the mid-ranger. Veritas looking to bounce back after giving up a 15-0 run to start the game. It's Soli stopping, dropping it out. Offensive board, Sam. Now it's on the ground. Soli scoops it. Lewis for 3. Money.
And those were the energy plays that we saw from Soli yesterday. Is just wanting the basketball more, getting that offensive rebound. Good job of keeping the head up and finding your teammate Lewis in the corner for an open 3.
Here's Cleves, who's had a quiet start. Suddenly Veritas with some mojo. Brown, corner triple. Off the mark, offensive board. Bagley got it back. Brown can't put it in, and then Soli gets it for Veritas. Bagley swats it out, and the Dream City start was so incredible. They hit 12 of their first 13 shot attempts, but 0 for their last 5.
Yeah, I mean, the law of averages are going to play itself out. It's just now, you know, as you get a little bit colder, can you still compete with that same edge on the defensive end?
Here's Zhang spinning and scoring with the foul. Woo. So silky smooth.
So good with the ball in his hands. And, you know, at 6'8", you know, you look at, I mean, look at his upper body. He's a thin guy, but he's not like just a completely just full-on skinny player. He has a little upper body strength, and it's a guy that's a lefty that loves to drive right. Did a good job getting downhill right, then spinning back to the left.
Cleves, nice shot fake. Can't drill it. Grant the board. Pops a 3. Strong. Morris scoops it. Now these teams trading a couple bricks. Day 2 of the Air Capital Hoopfest. Wichita, Kansas at Newman University. 2 of the best teams in the country. Here's Ikenna Lozier. And out of bounds will stay. You said Boyan Zhang, right? He's not skinny, capital S, but not built like a truck. He's skinny-ish.
Yeah, he has a good basketball body. You know, he's thin, but has a little bit of strength that's only going to get more. He's only going to add to it as he hits the weight room, develops. But he just has such great feel, touch around the basket. He's comfortable putting the ball in his hands.
Now Alozier to the line, leaned into that contact so smartly. The foul on C.J. Richardson. Foul was before the shot attempt. So Cleves inbounds it to Bagley. Soley defending. Bagley goes to the hoop, follows his shot. So hard to stop.
Like a train wreck, just going through the lane there. Good job of following up that missed layup.
Meanwhile, Veritas shooting 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. After the quick miss, it's Cleaves with a miss. Quickly the other way, a foul in transition. It'll go on Dream City. Jordan. Grant coming back in for Veritas. If you're just joining, Dream City shot their way to a 15-2 start. And since then, Veritas just trying to poke away at the huge deficit. Second day in a row, Veritas has taken a big punch to start. Zhang bobbles, corrals, and then goes up, swatted by Brown, but one of the easier goaltend calls you'll see. And George Zidane says, Powell get in. That's the textbook goaltend.
I mean, that goes without saying. You got to just let that thing go. You're way too late to try to get up there and block it. But that was good defense, though, from Cleaves Jr. Holding his own upper body. Only a junior going up against one of the best scorers in Scholastic League. I thought he made him take a tough, difficult floater.
Here's Alozier. Spinning in, stepping back.
Wow.
Drills it. Wow. Timeout Veritas. I gotta say, Kenna Alozier, 11 points. He's one of the smoothest players we've watched this year.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pro-like skill in his set of toolbox, and just getting to the spin, that little one-footed fade. It's like KD. That was sweet.
A little KD and the leg kick.
Yeah,
right?
man, that was, I mean, at 6'2", as well, like that's something that you have to practice and work on. You don't just like wake up and do that. That's something that, you know, whether with a trainer or something that he's watched, you know, studying other players, like that's not something that you just wake up and do in a game.
He's got basketball in his blood. Said a big reason why he started playing was because his brother Joseph was leaving the house, playing basketball, and Ikenna just wanted to get out of the house. He was going a little stir crazy, so he followed his brother.
Yeah.
Tried out the basketball thing, figured out he was pretty good at it. Next thing you know, he'll play Division I hoops next year. I guess the message is get out of the house.
Get out of the house, try something new.
Zhang getting hounded. Bowls over his defender to the bucket. .12-point game as Zhang is starting to sizzle a little bit. 8 points, 4 of 6 shooting. As we're under 3 minutes to halftime. Powell. Down low to Brown. And he's fouled. Little reach in. Called on French. Boyan Zhang can create his own shot, and here he was all over Kendon Grant.
Yeah, that was pretty good defense from Grant. You want to utilize your strength as your quickness in that situation, as Zhang has the size advantage, but good job of Zhang staying under control and poised, and great play there on the baseline out of bounds.
13 points for Alozier, hasn't missed a shot.
And that's a great set to run in a baseline out of bounds, especially for somebody who's hot, because you're trying to deny him the ball, and then you just get a nice back door, and there's no help side.
Now Powell looking to get going. Bullies his way in. Gets fouled. Morris the guilty party, so Powell stripe.
I mean, we've seen him so many times in that situation try to take a tough contested pull-up. I love that from Powell. You're so strong and so physical. Like, continue that drive. Don't let the defender knock you off your spot, and being able to get all the way downhill and draw the foul.
Native of Queens. Powell took a leap of faith going all the way across the country from Queens down to Arizona. Said it was awfully tough for him, moments of crying, thinking, what am I doing? Am I going to make it out here? And then little by little, got his confidence, found that edge. And now in his first year with Veritas, seen some more Division I offers come his way. Under 2 minutes, another foul. It's been a pretty foul-happy half. That's the 4th team foul on Veritas.
Now Dream City now 2 of their last 12 from the field after such that hot start.
They still have a 12-point lead. Cleaves is blocked. Precious Sam with the rejection. Ahead to Powell, and he glides in for the deuce.
Great defense from Sam, staying down but also understanding the scouting report. Right now, Cleaves is more of a shooter. He's not a guy that's going to beat you off the bounce.
Step back 3 for Alozier. He still hasn't missed.
Wow, I mean, with that athleticism, if he can knock down that shot, watch out. I mean, he could be a guy that could be on some NBA draft boards next year. We'll see what Kingston Fleming is doing at Houston.
And Alozier rips it. Another 3 ball, another make. This time, Martre Bagley. So 2 triples in 17 seconds for Dream City. Lead back out to 16. Powell challenging Alozier. Steps back and in and out. Bagley chases it out. Veritas ball. Okay, so you said something that tickled my fancy. Alozier could be a pro next year or 2 years.
I mean, again, you never really know how the skill set translates to the next level and how you adjust to the speed of the game. But, I mean, you look at the athleticism, the handle, the pace, and his shooting ability. All those things are definitely pro-like, but it's just, again, it's just a matter of how it translates to the next level. And a lot of that is from the neck up. Because he has all the physical tool sets.
What's important neck up? What's he got to focus on? About to play college basketball.
I think it's confidence, and you know, like, how do you respond after a bad practice? How do you respond after a bad game? After you respond after you've missed a couple? Because I mean, that happens to the best of players at the collegiate level. But I mean, you look at his numbers, shooting over 40% from 3, can get downhill, can hit the mid-range. I mean, he's a really talented player.
And today hasn't missed. 16 points, 6 of 6 from the floor. Soli's on him. Veritas best defender. Here comes help. Now Zhang on him. Corner 3, Bagley, a little short. Rebound goes back to Brown. They'll say Woody Ching stepped out chasing it down. So 1.4 for Dream City. Precious Sam coming in for defense. Big catch and shoot opportunity for a team that, as a team, shoots 43% from downtown. Cleaves inbounding. Catch, shoot, stick it.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
A perfect first half for Ikenna Alozier. And he's all smiles. Wouldn't you?
I mean, 7 of 7, 18 points. I mean, the degree of difficulty here to kind of have to fade to the left. You only got 1 second to get that thing up. Wow.
Sometimes the hoop's an ocean, and Ikenna Alozier having an ocean night. Halftime at the Air Capital Hoopfest.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
Let's go!
A mini Chipotle experience at
It
home.
feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around.
Absolute game changer.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Air Capital Hoopfest on League Ready. All Dream City Christian in the first half, a 15-0 run. They hit 12 of their first 13 shots. Led tonight by Ikenna Alozie with 19 points. Perfect shooting night. Sam Brief, Trey Demps with you. Trey, these shooting numbers are ridiculous for Dream City.
Yeah, I mean, 62% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, and a lot of it's been in transition or fast break. They got 12 fast break points thus far to only 2 from Veritas. So they're getting a lot of easy ones off the long rebounds with the questionable shot selection of Veritas.
And for Veritas, 1 of 8 from 3 certainly won't cut it. Yesterday they were about 25% from downtown in a big loss. Boyan Zhang, he's gotten in on the action a bit. 9 points for their top scorer, but he has mostly fallen flat compared to what we're used to.
Yeah. And I think teams are really starting to key in on him. And, you know, he puts himself in some tough situations where he plays a lot of isolation basketball. I think he's got to find ways off the ball in transition against unset defenses where he can get some easier looks.
Veritas, the loss yesterday to Sunrise Christian, 71-46. And Dream City looking to pick up win number 5 in EYBL Scholastic play. George Zidane, the head coach, the founder of Veritas Academy, looking to avoid an 0-2 start to the Air Capital Hoopfest. Good to have you back. Veritas in the white, Dream City in the navy if you're just joining us. And an 18-point hold for Veritas. Soli. Out to Richardson, kicks back to Soli. The 3 is good. And that's how Veritas wants to start.
It's a good first possession to set the tone. There's some zip on the basketball, cutting with the purpose. You get a paint touch into the paint, and then you get the highest percentage look from distance, a catch and shoot 3.
Cleaves misses the pull-up. Fight for the rebound. Spills to Richardson with a nice hustle dive. And if I'm Coach Zidane, this is the start I want to see.
Yes.
Solely to the can. Left hand.
Yeah, playing against unset defenses. It's so hard to score when you just see a sea of blue jerseys just waiting for you to attack. But if you can force some turnovers, get some stops, get some drag screens and transitions just like that, that's how you get in rhythm offensively.
Jordan, top of the key. Little off. Veritas, 5-0 mini run in the last minute. Here's Zhang. You said you want to see a little less isolation play. And that's a strong 3. Long rebound for Alozie. He didn't miss a shot in the first half. And Alozie takes a foul. 19 points, 7 of 7 shooting, and just 1 turnover for the Houston commit.
And I thought Richardson could have probably taken a charge there. You know, I don't think Alozie really made any type of move. If you just kind of set your body up to, you know, be able to take that charge as he's going full head of steam directly towards your chest.
Feels like an impossible puzzle to solve, though, guarding a guy like Alozie.
Yeah.
He can shoot it over you, he can zoom past you, he can go over you.
It's a good rebuttal. It's a good rebuttal. But on that one, he didn't really make a move.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like he's just going straight into you, and then you kind of just foul him being out of position.
Zhang from the free throw line, not having a great shooting night, but Richardson there to pick him up.
And that was to his advantage because that ball had already hit the floor. So it was the lowest man that was going to get that ball, and Richardson making this great extra effort play.
Cleaves gets fouled by Zhang. Pretty quiet night from Mateen Cleaves, 2 points. 6 assists, though. He's been more the distributor.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like his father, right? I mean, that was, you know, what Mateen Cleaves Sr. was known for, is being able to pass the ball, be a point general on the floor, and that was a good take there off the bounce. Showing off a little bit of that ability to get into the painted area using the other side of the basket to draw the foul.
And Mateen's father now with The Phoenix Suns player development and leadership coach.
Yeah, and he's got some great speeches. I've watched a few of his, things that he's done kind of on the social media realm back when he was working for Matt Ishbia.
Here's Soley. Working on a bigger defender, kicks it. Powell. Soley, 3. Off the mark, rebound Richardson. Finds Powell, the mid-ranger. And Veritas within 11.
And you're starting to see some of those extra effort plays from Veritas. Now remember, in their game yesterday, we saw them get off to a great start in the second half, and then they just weren't able to sustain that energy. It'd be interesting to see, can they keep their foot on the gas?
Powell's gotten the shooting going. 7 points. Now Alozier whips it. Jordan the 3. Boarded by Zhang.
I want to see Jordan get a shot fake there and try to attack downhill. Everybody's going to close out hard to him because of the way he shoots the ball.
Soley motors in. Can't find the bottom. Another chance, though, for Veritas. This is a great rebounding team. They're actually number 1 in rebounds per game in the EYBL Scholastic. Powell working on Jordan. Can't hit the fade. Rebound Alozier. 5 rebounds for Ikenna Alozier, and all of them feel so emphatic. The 3. Still perfect from the floor. Ikenna Alozier, 23 points, 8 of 8 shooting.
This kid can play, man. And a lot of times you'll see guys have really good games, but it's not even just the 8 of 8. It's just the feel, the pace, patience, understanding when to attack, understanding when to get his teammates involved. Just a high IQ player.
When you're watching a guy like this and you know he's young, he still hasn't even played college basketball, how do you assess the IQ?
I think it's almost kind of like an intuitive thing in some ways. Obviously, making plays on the floor is big, understanding spacing, understanding how to use a ball screen. But, I think a lot of it is just intuitive in terms of, the confidence, the pace in which he plays with, demeanor, the moxie that he has. And to go along with that, just the skill set, So, I mean, this is a guy that I think could have a lot of success at the next level. I mean, you look at the rankings, SC Next rank is a 17. A guy that's a 5-star prospect. I mean, he could, to me, I don't know if there's 10 better players in his class.
Yeah, show me. I mean, based on what we're seeing tonight, I don't know if I can see 10 better.
Yeah.
Alozier playing for Houston next year. Get to see him in the Big 12. Playing for a legendary coach in Kelvin Sampson. Grant makes his move. Can't hit it. Alozier's 6th rebound. Here comes Jordan like a runaway train. So Jordan not too bad. 10 points.
So good in transition. That was a great pass ahead from Alozier. Just a simple play. Get your best athlete going in transition.
Solely the miss, and it tips over the backboard. It'll stay here. I mean, if you're George Sedan, you're like, all right, how do I stop Alozier and Jordan and Cleaves? They just keep coming at you with weapons.
And I mean, you look at the numbers show it. I mean, it's a team that almost scores 70 points per game. Got 4 guys shooting over 40% from 3. Just a juggernaut offensively.
They're on pace for more than that. Up 16 points. 3:30 to go in the 3rd. Here at the Air Capital Hoopfest. Soley. Has Alozier on him. Sam sets the screen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Down to 1. Grant just squeaks it up, and it tips back out to Soley. The 3 in and out. And now a third opportunity. Grant for three. Short. Fourth opportunity, thanks to Precious Sam. Solely rumbling in. Shot fake. And then out of bounds. So 4 shots have gone up. None have gone in. Still Veritas ball.
Give credit to Sam. I mean, he's not getting any of these shot attempts, but he's the one that's providing the extra opportunities. I don't know. After the third one, I might get that rebound, even if there's 2 or 3 guys on me. Like, look, if you guys can't make a shot, I'm going to put it up.
I'll take matters into my own hands. It's in the hands of Zhang. Turnaround. No good. There's Sam again, and he says, I'm taking it.
Man, that's an impressive possession there. You know, it was, what, 5 offensive rebounds. I believe he got 4 of them. That's just great effort there from the big fella.
They missed 9 shots in a row before that dunk. He listened to you, Trey Epps. And then he fouls DeAndre Morris. You said, come on, big fella, take matters into your own hands.
Yeah, man. I mean, after a while, it's just like, look, I'm not going to keep kicking it out to you guys to, you know, build a house with all these 3-point attempts. So let me take matters into my own hands.
Yeah, Veritas building a heck of a house. 11 3-point misses. They've made only 2. As they trail by 14. 2 to go in the third. Nice cut up and under. Keandre Morris.
Using the inside hand on the reverse layup. Super skilled play there off the back door. Good read, understanding that your defender is denying you.
Lead out to 16. Zhang picking his way through, gets fouled.
And we've seen that set so many times where you get that wide pin down from that short corner area to get him going downhill. We've seen him quite a bit over the last couple of days, kind of either come off of it and shoot it straight away or shoot a pull-up. I love the fact that he got all the way downhill using that size.
Grant blocked. Brown on the rejection. Now Zhang tries a deep triple, and the house continues to be built.
It's kind of one of those ones where you kind of reap what you sow. I mean, it's been a lot of tough ones like that, and I love to get him, you know, getting him out of the game to get a breather, to kind of reset as your best scorer. But you got to take good ones, especially when you don't have it going offensively.
Lewis can't hit the turnaround, and Veritas has hit only 1 of their last 14 field goals. Meanwhile, Morris, silky smooth.
That was like a cone drill right there in transition, where you just get the cone out and get into your bag, little in and out cross to the spin floater. That was beautiful.
Gotta watch it again.
In and out cross to the left. That's literally something that you would do, kind of just working on your game by yourself. That was textbook.
Morris is quite the offensive menace. 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting tonight. He's an interesting player out of Seattle's Rainier Beach High School.
Yep.
He was a state champ last year before coming to Dream City. As a junior, already some high major, mid-major offers.
Yep.
See a lot of potential in his game.
Yeah, he's a good scorer. I mean, he's averaging, you know, 10 points per game, shooting over 40% from 3. Interesting stat on him, 86% of his scoring drives are to his left as a right-handed player. Even on that one, it was a right-to-left crossover into a spin back to the right. And, you know, doesn't take a ton of catch-and-shoot threes. He's only taken 16 catch-and-shoot threes out of the 37 three-point attempts that he's had this season, so really likes to play off the bounce.
That's so interesting. What does that tell you about him as a player, that more often than not, as a righty, he goes to his left?
Well, a lot of times, like when you're young, you know, you hear coaches say, you got to work on your left hand, you got to go work on your left hand. And that was kind of the case for me as a player. And it's like you work on your left so much because you're being told you have to work on your weak hand, where eventually your weak hand becomes your strong hand. And it got to a point where teams were sending me to my right.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're similar to
Yes,
Morris.
very much so.
Powell rocks in, scores.
Beautiful. I love that. attack downhill, use that size. He's got great shoulders, great strength. It's a little retreat dribble to get the big away on that pick and roll and attacking straight downhill.
Now Jordan loses it. Powell leading the break. Veritas looking for a little rally here. Lewis. Soley goes downhill, but extra step, turns it over.
Soley does a really good job of playing off of 2 feet. It's something that is often coached to young players, and just got his feet a little disoriented there as he was trying to get to that jump stop.
This is really interesting. Veritas down 16. Until that travel, they had just 1 turnover in the entire game. So a team that's protected the basketball to a T is the one down almost 20.
They have 10 more shot attempts than Dream City. They have 46 shot attempts to Dream City's 36 shot attempts. Same amount of free throws. So, I mean, they're getting a lot of more possessions, just not able to convert.
You got to make those attempts. Alozier's made every attempt. Hutcherson to the can with the left hand. 18-point game. 2 seconds to get a shot here. Powell, the heave. And Dream City continues to rock and roll. 18-point lead, 8 minutes left. Hayden Hutcherson in on the party. It's been a party tonight for Dream City. We'll keep it going when we come back.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
Let's go!
A mini Chipotle experience at home.
It feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around.
Absolute game changer.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real. Back at the Air Capital Hoopfest, Sam Brief, Trey Depps, our wonderful league-ready crew with you. It's been all Dream City Christian. They've hit 62% of their shots tonight, Trey, led by Ikenna Alozie. There's a lot for Kyle Weaver to smile about. Smile.
Yeah, I mean, 5 of 8 in that third quarter. Picked up right where they left off in that first half. And
that's his first
miss of the game. Wow.
Alozie,
how dare he?
Took him 3 quarters to miss. Now Morris with a steal. Leading the break, kicks to Alozie. He'll give it up. Jordan. Over Zhang with the foul.
As he was driving that and he picked up his dribble, I was like, there's nowhere for him to go. There's nothing that he could do. We take another look at it. I mean, he looks dead in water right here, and just the athleticism, the strength, the body control, that is so good.
I mean, he had picked up his dribble. He had Zhang and a near 7-footer Precious Sam all over him, and still somehow weasels his way to the bucket.
Yeah, just great footwork. And it's another guy. We talked a lot about Alozie being polished. I mean, he's extremely polished. Malachi Jordan as well.
And he's just a junior. 3-pointer good. A dead-eye shot, Jalen Grant. Here goes Morris. And now we're in the part of the game where Dream City up 18, kind of take the air out of it a little bit.
Yep.
Alozie looking for Jordan off the backboard to Zhang. Now Veritas leading the break, solely up and no good. Then he plucks it right out of the hands of Hutcherson. And we'll stay here.
How about
Solely wins
this,
the
Sam?
possession.
11 offensive rebounds in the second half for Veritas. Now, 5 of them were in one possession, but it's just been one of those tournaments where the shots haven't been able to fall. Nothing seems to go right. And, you know, you just want to, as a coach, try to continue to encourage your team to build on those habits.
Lozier takes it, and then it's taken from him. So often we look at offensive rebounds as a great stat. Oh, he's got so many offensive rebounds. That's awesome. But for a team like this, it's just telling us they can't make a shot right now.
Yeah, it really does. And as we mentioned before, I mean, it was 5 of them were on one possession. But again, you want to continue, like you don't want that to deflate your team. You want them to continue to make those hustle plays. And Veritas is getting a steal here. They're playing good defense. Just a lot of it is just the ball is just not going in the rim. And then there's guys for Dream City that are making good plays.
Catch and shoot for Richardson. Ball continues to not go in. Coming the other way. Here's Morris. Gets his man in the air. Hutcherson. Bagley, corner 3. On point.
It's a miss or make game in a lot of ways. On one end, you get a wide open 3 you miss. On the other end, slightly contested 3s you make. I mean, that's how you win basketball games. It's, you know, a lot of times there's so much talk about defense and intensity and grit. You got to score points. Whoever scores the most points wins the basketball game.
Right now, Dream City scoring a lot more, 21. And now Bagley goes to the can. Zhang boards the miss. 5.5 to go, 21-point game. Boyan Zhang tumbles down. They'll call a foul on Lozier. It's been kind of a messy tournament for Zhang. 15 points yesterday on a choppy shooting night.
Yep.
Today, 9 points, 4 of 10 shooting, and he hasn't hit a 3.
Yeah, and there's just been a lot of, you know, and give Dream City a ton of credit. They've done a good job of keying in on him, you know, making everything difficult where he sees a ton of bodies every time he catches the ball. But even outside of the numbers, it's been a little bit shaky in this tournament in terms of what we're used to seeing from Zhang.
Watch out, Lozier's blocked. So big rejection on Lozier. Now Powell wide open for 3. That's a practice shot.
And it's good to see him, though, start to pick up some rhythm. Now 12 points, 4 of 6 from the field. Really struggled in his last 2 games, 3 of 11 yesterday. So, and Powell is their second best scorer, so they need him going forth in the season. So that's probably the one bright spot if Veritas is not able to make a comeback.
Lozier on Zhang. Put him on skates, put it in the bucket. Timeout, Veritas, 25 points for Lozier.
I mean, it just looks like a pickup game. You get an isolation, footwork, keeping that pivot down and getting Zhang in the air. Man, that is just so good.
This guy's smooth. What's the fit like in Houston's program for someone who might not understand all the intricacies of Kelvin Sampson's system?
Well, here's the thing about, I was watching the Houston game a little bit earlier today.
A good game.
The good thing about playing for defensive-minded coaches, if you play defense, if you're tough and you're physical, you'll get the freedom to do what you want offensively. I mean, you look at Emmanuel Sharp, some of his shot selections are questionable at times. You know, Uzan is, you know, take some questionable ones. A lot of defensive-minded coaches, and the first person I think of is Thibodeau. You know, defensive-minded coach, had a pretty small rotation, but he trusted his guys, high volume, high minutes. So it's like if you're able to defend, that's going to unlock everything for you offensively. Because a lot of times those type of coaches aren't, not that they don't care about offense, but they're just going to kind of let their offensive guys just play.
Let you cook.
Let you cook.
Bit.
Exactly.
You mentioned Milos Uzan. He went to Dream City, so that Dream City to Houston Cougar pipeline started by Uzan, and Ikenna Lozier will follow. He's cooked tonight, 25 points on nearly perfect shooting. 20-point game, just over 4 to go. Coming up next, Montverde and Sunrise Christian. 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern tip, as Powell is fouled.
Powell needs to continue to develop, and I like the fact that he's trying to get to the basket, but he has to continue to develop his comfortability of playing within the painted area, not just settling for that mid-range jump shot, which he shoots a lot, or trying to do what he just did there and just bulldoze your way into the paint. You got to be able to have some sort of finesse, a spin, a quick behind-the-back dribble, because he has good quickness, he has a good handle. It's just a matter of working on it and developing that.
Team high 14 points for Powell. As he looks to develop, he'll look at his offers. A lot of Big Ten flavor with Illinois and Nebraska. A couple programs playing very well right now. Syracuse has offered him.
He'd be a good foot at Illinois. I mean, you know,
why is that?
I don't see him as a scorer at the next level, but just being a toughness, energy, playing for Coach Underwood. Coach Underwood values those type of glue guys.
Mm-hmm. Got a big win today at Mackey Arena. Illinois over Purdue.
How about Wagler for, oh my goodness.
46 points. It was a great day for freshmen in college basketball, and a lot of guys who we've seen in the EYBL Scholastic, including Darius Acuff from IMG, 31 points today for Arkansas. We saw AJ Debanza drop 43 for BYU. A block and a recovery for Chris Brown. In college basketball, we've sort of seen the year of the freshman after the year of the transfer.
Yes.
Maybe encourage some of these guys. Step it up a notch as Elozier swipes it, and Elozier is rejected. And is he going home? A little high five in the tunnel. Chavez Colby swatted, and they looked ready to go to the locker room.
It was so funny because that door just happened to be open, and after he blocked it, Colby just kind of like ran out of the door. Like if that door was closed, he was gonna look at it, just run straight out of the door. That door was
little
open.
girl gets out of the way smartly.
Yeah. Like everybody was in perfect position for that not to be like a bad situation in terms of getting injured.
Cleaves, Brown, and Veritas. Did you see the look on that girl's face when Colby was about to run into her? She's like, "Ooh, dodged a bullet."
She just went to the doorway and told somebody, like, "Oh my gosh, I almost got hit."
Keyword almost. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
"20-point game, 3 to go. Dream City all over Veritas. Offensive rebound for Zhang. Back up, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line. That was offensive rebound number 16 for Veritas.
Wow.
They can't buy a bucket, though, shooting it 32% from the floor. George Zidane's team will be back in action tomorrow, 11 a.m. They take on Montverde, who we get in the nightcap tonight.
I give Veritas credit. I mean, they've competed, they fought. Again, just a lot not going their way in terms of shots going in, but they've done in the second half. I think there's something to build off of here with the energy, effort. I love this full court pressure right here.
Somewhat similar to what we saw yesterday. They were down huge late against Sunrise Christian, but big, high-energy plays, even though they fell by 25.
But I think the difference between that one was they let their foot off the gas and let their opponent kind of just boat race them through the rest of it. Whereas this one, it appears that they're having a complete second half where they can build off of it to the next game.
Actually, in this half, it's 23-23. So
Yeah, that's what I
to
mean.
your point, they've been competitive.
And they're not making shots either, and it's tied. So I think that's, with young people, you don't want them to feel so depleted, especially when you got a game tomorrow. But so you can mention the positive. Look, guys, we tied this second half without making any shots. Like, the law of averages is going to play itself out, and we're going to make some the next game. If we keep competing hard, we can come away with the win in this tournament.
Bagley was fouled on a corner 3, so 3 free throws here. Or rather, for Jordan. Malachi Jordan at the stripe. If the law of averages holds up, and Veritas could not shoot yesterday, they couldn't shoot it today, they're going nuclear tomorrow.
They have to. That's the only thing that can happen, I feel like, at this point. And this is a team coming into this tournament that made 8 threes per game, shot 39% from 3. So it's not like they're incapable shooters. Like, they have guys on this roster that can knock down shots.
In this tournament, below 30% from downtown. And Zhang keeps that trend going. Solely follows with the bucket. Down to an 18-point Dream City lead. Let's focus on the Eagles for a moment because, yeah, they've shot the ball very well, but just playing such a polished game.
Yeah.
And it hasn't just been Alozier and Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a complete team effort. I mean, this is a team where I think everybody understands their role, right? Morris is going to have some opportunities to attack and get downhill. Cleves Jr. is still a young player, a sophomore that's, kind of learning the ropes at this high-level high school game. Is going to have an incredible high school and collegiate career. So it's just a complete team for Dream City. They can score the basketball, and I felt like they've done a really good job defensively this game, especially against Zhang. Making things difficult for him. So a lot to build off for Dream City Christian.
And defense was the one question mark for them. They give up 70 points a game, but today just 53 with a minute 40 left. Cleves Jr.'s turn. Corner 3, way off the mark. And out of bounds to Veritas.
And to that point, a lot of times if you can cut off the head of the snake, if you can make life difficult for an opposing team's best player, and then on top of that, the complementary pieces aren't making catch and shoot threes, it can be really hard for teams to score.
And they certainly muzzled Zhang. I mean, early on, only 2 points in the first quarter. Nothing in the third as they tried to mount their comeback. And Veritas about to drop to 0-2 at the Air Capital Hoopfest. Here's Grant, takes a tumble, and they'll call a foul against Dream Christian. It's on Cleves. So the nightcap will start about 30 minutes after this one's over. Trey, it's Sunrise Christian, who looked phenomenal yesterday against Montverde, the number 8 team in the land. Some big names on that Montverde team. What's something, a bone to chew on for our viewers to stick around?
I think, Miller, who's averaging 13 on the season, a guy that is a really talented guard that can score at all 3 levels. Really fun to watch, but it's just a balanced team. They're really athletic, 13 offensive rebounds per game, so it should be a fun one on the nightcap.
Stay right here on League Ready. We'll have the broadcast for you. And in this one, all Dream City Christian. Ikenna Alozier, 25 points, nearly flawless shooting the ball. Kendon Grant with the heave and offensive rebound. Dream City can just about dribble this one out. Alozier will rumble in and still show us just how good he is at basketball.
Man, that's, I mean, it doesn't matter too. Right, driving left. He just has a comfortability about him and smoothness to his game that you really can't teach.
And this is pretty emblematic of the night for Veritas. 3 more offensive rebounds, 3 more misses. And Dream City Christian A beauty of a performance. 18-point beatdown of Veritas. Let's take a look now at tonight's Nike Player of the Game, Ikenna Alozie. A pretty easy pick, Trent.
9 of 11 from the field. Perfect from the three-point line. 7 rebounds. I mean, just doing it all. And even the defensive effort, his ability to be disruptive on the defensive end, the shot making, you know, a lot of pull-up threes, but then also just showing his footwork and skill around the painted area. We saw him a couple times in transition get downhill. Just a complete game, and a guy that I think that is going to have a ton of success at the next level.
Alozie did not miss a shot until about midway through the third quarter. He did it inside, he did it outside, and phenomenal defense as his squad held a hot shooting Veritas team to just 55 points. They were hot shooting coming into the tournament, but certainly not last night, certainly not tonight. And a 73-55 victory for Dream City Christian. Next up on League Ready, it'll be the number 8 team in the land, Montverde against Sunrise Christian at the Air Capital Hoopfest, alongside our wonderful League Ready crew, led by Ryan Kowalski, Alberto Paldito, Sam Tenaglia, and my partner Trey Demps. Sam Brief saying so long and talk to you for Game 2.